Greetings from the White House and congratulations on National Clean Energy Week. It is such a privilege to join you virtually to discuss actions we're taking to address industrial decarbonization, American competitiveness, and climate action. Thanks to all of you, we are making remarkable progress. Collectively, we're working together to meet the moment and invest in a clean energy future. This means reducing industrial emissions, creating new jobs for the American workforce, and boosting clean domestic manufacturing. The Department of Energy recently released the Industrial Decarbonization Roadmap, a critical playbook that can support further industrial demonstrations and deployment across the U.S. We're moving forward together with plans to help communities, industry, and workers succeed. The president knows that we can absolutely not tackle the climate crisis at the speed and scale required without decarbonizing the industrial sector. A robust industrial base is critical for deploying clean energy solutions across the economy. And for that reason, decarbonizing industry and growing American manufacturing must go hand in hand. We can reduce emissions from industrial operations while supporting American workers, businesses, and communities. The Biden-Harris administration continues to take a whole-of-government approach to industrial innovation and climate action. With the bipartisan infrastructure law and the Inflation Reduction Act, we're investing in the technologies and programs to decarbonize energy-intensive industry, while at the same time reshoring American manufacturing jobs. We're also leveraging federal procurement to create new markets for low-carbon products and materials. The president had the vision back in February to put in place a Buy Clean initiative to ensure that we take a broader look at transportation and building emissions by focusing on the construction materials themselves. The federal government is the largest purchaser in the world and a major infrastructure funder. We fund projects that require materials like steel, concrete, asphalt, and flat glass that have historically been very carbon intensive to produce. As the U.S. manufacturing sector remains at the heart of rebuilding and strengthening our nation's infrastructure, we can do so by investing in innovation and accelerating market demand. It can be easy to overlook embodied emissions from producing materials, manufacturing of which can contribute more to climate change than 3 decades of project operations. With the help of the Federal Buy Clean Task Force, which I have the privilege of co-leading, we announced last week that we're going to focus on 4 key materials: steel, concrete, asphalt, and flat glass. These materials account for nearly half of U.S. manufacturing GHG emissions and 98% of the government's purchased construction funds. Procurement can build a demand signal for producing cleaner products in America. Public projects alone are responsible for 46% of U.S. cement use and 18% of steel. And thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act, there's now $4.5 billion in funding for the GSA, the Department of Transportation, and the EPA to use construction materials and products that have substantially lower embodied GHG emissions. By leveraging this purchasing power, we're able to ensure that American manufacturing is well positioned to compete and lead, while also catalyzing new markets and new innovation at home. We need both the public and private investment to decarbonize heavy industry. The Inflation Reduction Act thankfully also includes historic levels of new funding for clean manufacturing at home, $10 billion alone in the advanced manufacturing tax credit. And it sets aside $4 billion of those funds for communities that need it the most, including those that have experienced deindustrialization and the decline of energy jobs. This major set of actions builds on a historic comeback for the American worker, with over 600,000 manufacturing jobs added since the beginning of this administration. And with these actions, we won't just be creating more manufacturing jobs, we'll be advancing clean industries so that we can lead the world with an industrial sector that is rapidly reducing greenhouse gas emissions, helping our communities to breathe easier, and delivering lower costs for the American consumer. With the leadership and collaboration of so many of you joining in National Clean Energy Week, we continue to strengthen our ability to produce the products and technologies that will support a clean energy future here at home. I look forward to working with you to scale these solutions across businesses, communities, and the workforce. Thank you.